Hi children, this is Lakshmi Aravinda. Today we are going to see the chapter number 4 from your part 2 textbook children, not from the part 1, direct and inverse proportion, which is very easy chapter and interesting chapter 2. Now, if we'll see what is meant by direct proportion, means simple way children, if one quantity is increasing, then one more quantity also will increase. If one quantity is decreasing, then some other quantity also will get decrease. For example, here, one fat person is smaller, real fat person will eat more because he is fat. Just general way, usually fat persons and all will not eat more and lean persons and all will not eat less. But based on the body, whenever we'll think, no, the fat person will eat more and the thin person will eat very less. Okay, for example, if I am having 3 persons, okay, each person need 2 rotis. Then 3 person, how many rotis? 3 twos are 6 rotis. Direct proportion. If the number of persons increased 3 persons to 5 persons, then how many rotis I need to serve the 5 persons? 10 rotis. Getting my point? So same way, if the one will get increase, the other also will get increase. Then we will call that type of proportion, that type of thing as a direct proportion. Now we will see one of the example. Here, weight of sugar and cost. 1 kg sugar cost is 36 rupees. Then if I will take 3 kgs, then automatically the 1 is multiplied by 3 and 36 should be multiplied by 3. Means 3 into 36, 108 rupees. If I'll go for the 5 kgs, then automatically the quantity is increasing, then cost also will get increase. 5 into 36, 180 rupees. If I will take the 6 kgs, then 6 into 36. Like that, if I will take 8 into 36. Like that, how much, whatever we are multiplying with this quantity, the same we are multiplying with this quantity. The increment is getting, the increment or decrement is happening in a same way. So, this type of proportion is called as a direct proportion. Now, we will see sums. Exercise 4.1. First one. Following The following are the parking charges near a railway station up to 4 hours. Okay. Check if the parking charges are in direct proportion to the parking time. Now we have to check direct proportion in the sense the increment or decrement should happen in a same ratio. Okay. If the ratio is same, then we can say that that is there in a direct proportion. Okay. Even see, if we'll see here, if we'll see 1 by 36, the first one. Again, if we'll go for 3 by 108, 3 ones are 336. Isn't it? Whatever you will take, you will get 1 by 36 only, the ratio. So, same way, here also if we will check, we have to get the same ratio. First one is for the 4 hours, it's a 60 rupees. So, the ratio is 60 by 4. Or else per hour, we are getting 15 rupees. Okay, next one. For 8 hours, 100 rupees. That time, 100 by 8 per hour, we are getting 12.50. Next, third charge, 12 hours, 140. Whenever we will take 140 for 12 hours, then 140 by 12, we will get 11.67. If it is for 24 hours, 180 rupees. 180 by 24, we are getting 7 rupees 50. Each and every case, the cost per hour is changing, no? Whenever we will take the sugar cost, whenever I had shown you the example there, whatever the situation you will take, the sugar cost per kg is 36 only. how many kgs you will take also. So we told that is in a direct proportion, means one is increasing in a whatever the ratio, the same way the one more also getting increasing. But here the hours increasing, even cost also increasing, children. What about the ratio of increment? That is different, isn't it? This time here if we'll take, there is a per hour 7 rupees 50 paisa. Here the per hour cost is 11 rupees 67. Here per hour cost is 12 rupees 50. Here per hour cost is 15. Okay, increment is happening but not in the same ratio for the both. So we will cannot call it as a direct proportion. Next, a mixture of plant is prepared by mixing 1 part of red pigments with 8 parts of base. In the following table, find the parts of the base that need to be added. See, 1 part of red pigment to the 8 parts of base. Like that, the mixture should be mixed. Mixture in the sense combination of two things, either two solutions, two solvents, that, this and all. I think so more than me, the chemistry and all. So here this is the combination of red pigment and the part of a, means a part of a red pigment and part of a base. How many parts the red pigment should be used? Means 1 part if we'll use the red pigment, 8 parts we have to use the base. Okay, it's like 1 glass. If we'll use the red pigment, we have to use 8 glasses of base. Now if I will use, it is in a direct proportion, they are same, means the same way we have to mix. So if we will take the red pigment as 4, then how many parts of base we have to add? Is nothing but 4 into 8. Very easy. Normally 1 kg of sugar is 8, then 4 kg of sugar, 4 into 8. In the same way here also, children, if 1 part of red pigment, 8 parts of base, then 4 parts of red pigment, then 4 into 8. If there is 7 parts of red pigment, 7 into 8. That is the easy way to calculate. Okay, or else here one more way they are showing here. What is that means? Let the ratio parts of the red pigment and the parts of the base is A1 by A2. Here the ratio is 1 by 8. That is A1 by A2. Now same way here if we'll take, this ratio also should be same. Then only we can say it is in a direct proportion. So we can, let's take in this case it as a base B2. Okay, so 1 by 8 is equals to A2 by B2, that is 4 by B2. From here B2 is equals to cross multiplication B2 into 1, 8 into 4. 4 8s are 32. That's what answer. Okay, same way again. If we'll take 1 by 8 is equals to 7 by B3. So, same way 1 by 8 is B3 is equals to 7 into 8. We will get 56. Remaining you find 12. If 12 is the red period, 12 parts of red pigments, how many parts of the base? If the 20 parts of the red pigment, how many parts of the base we have to mix? Next, a machine in a soft drink factory fills 840 bottles in 6 hours. How many bottles will it fill in 5 hours? This is also, children, direct proportion. Here they are saying that whatever the given information, let's take how many it will fill as X. First, what is the given information? For 6 hours it can fill 840 bottles. So for how many bottles will it fill in 5 hours? If this is a 5 hours, how many? Okay, now direct thing is, children, here this is the one way, that also will explain. Normally blind way how we can proceed means, if we will find it is in a direct proportion, here 6 6 hours 840 bottles, and 5 hours how many bottles means it will get reduced. The number of hours will get reduced automatically, the number of bottles also will get reduced. So it is in a direct proportion. So what you can do means cross multiplication. Let's take it as a x. Then 6 into x is equals to 5 into 640. Now we want the x value. So send 6 that side. We will get x is equals to 5 into 640 by 6. Okay. Here we can do the remaining. We can cancel it with the 3 table. 3 2s are, 3 2s are, here 4, 3 1s are, then remaining 2 0 means here it will be keep on, see 840 it is actually 840 bottles. So 6 into 5 into 840 by 6. Now with the 3 table, 3 2s are, here 3 2s are 6, 3 8s are 24, 0. Again with the 3 table, here 3, sorry, with the 2 table, 2 1s are, 2 1s are, 2 4s are, 0. So 140 into 5. 140 into 5 we will get 700. Okay children, this is the way where you are doing cross multiplication. You will just write for 6 hours how much, then 5 hours how many. Okay, whenever you will see the direct proportion, yes, the one quantity is increasing, one more quantity also will get increased like that, then you can do direct multiplication, cross multiplication, and you can find. Or else you can take the ratio also children, ratio method, which I had told you already. What is that? For 6 hours 840 bottles, and for the 5 hours how much? And as I told you already, the ratio between these two should be same. So this is the thing I am showing here. 6 by 840 is equals to 5 by x. So 6x is equals to cross multiplication. If we'll do 6 into x is equals to 5 into 840. Now x is equals to 5 into 840 by 6. This we already did with the 3 and 2, or else with the 6 also. 6 1s are, 6 4s are 0. 140 into 7 we will get 700 bottles. It can fill in 5 hours. That's it. Next children, a machine in a model of ship, the mast is 9 centimeters high, while the mast of the actual ship is 12 centimeters high. If the length of the ship is 28 meters, how long the model ship? Actually, one of the model ship is having the mast of 9 centimeters high. For the model ship, we don't that is the 9 centimeters high. Height is 9 centimeter, and while the mast of an actual ship is 12 centimeters high, the length of the ship is 28 meter. And what is the model ship length they are asking? Okay, here I have written in a ratio method. That is, we can take 9 by, if the unknown thing is x, then 9 by x is equals to 12 by 28. So x is equals to 9 into 28 by 12. This is the one way. Or else, as I told you already, the cross multiplication method, when there is a 12 meters high, the length is 28 meters. If it is 9 meters high, what is the length? Let's take it as a x. Do the cross multiplication. That is 12 into x is equals to 28 into 9. Both the methods I am showing, any method you can take. Now x is equals to 28 into 9. Here 12, multiplication 12, if it will go that side, division 12. So 28 into 9 by 12. Now how we can do with the 3 table. 3 4s are, 3 3s are. Again 4 1s are, 4 7s are. 7 3s are 21 centimeter. So what is the height of the ship when there is a mast height is 9 centimeter, 9 centimeter means it's a 21 centimeter. It's fully in a meters, children, not a centimeter. Here also it's just convert it as a meter. If the mast is a 9 meter, then the length of the ship is 21 meter. Or else is next, children. Rashmi has a road map with a scale of 1 centimeter representing 18 kilometers. If she drives on a road for 72 kilometers, what would be her distance covered in the map? See, here they told on a map 1 centimeter represent 18 kilometer. If on the road she covers 72 kilometer, then what will be the length on the map? Okay, here also let's take that distance as a x. So cross multiplication. How we can take? 72 into 1 is equals to 18 into x. So x is equals to 72 by 18. 18 how many times it will go, children? 18 ones are 18 fours are 72. So 8 is x is equals to 4 centimeters. If she will drive on the road 72 kilometers, on the map it will be a 4 centimeter distance. Next, a 5 meter 6 centimeter high vertical pole cast a shadow of 3 meter 20 centimeters long. Find the same time the length of the shadow cast by another pole with the 10 meter 50 centimeter high. The second question, the height of the pole which cast shadow 5 meters long. Here the two sums they had given. What is the given information is, in the first case, if a 5 meter 6 centimeter high vertical pole, 5 meter 6 centimeter. Here if you'll observe, children, one is in meter, one is in centimeter. It will little bit difficult to proceed with this measurement. So what we have to do, first to convert either into centimeter or into meter. So first one, 5 meter 6 centimeter. If we will convert into totally centimeter, 5 meter we can write as 5 into 100 plus 60 centimeter, totally 560 centimeter. Next, 3 meter 20 centimeter, that is 3 into 100 plus 20, 320 centimeter. Next, 10 meter 50 centimeter, that is 10 into 100 plus 50, totally 1050 centimeter. Totally we converted whatever the given measurements into the centimeter. Last one, 5 meter is 5 into 100, 500 centimeter. Now we will go with the first sum. What is the first sum? Means first the given information is 560 centimeter pole. That's what they are having. 5 meter 60 centimeter pole is nothing but 560 centimeter pole cast shadow of 3 meter 20 centimeter. So 320 centimeter. So, and the first question is, and they are asking for, if the length of the pole is 1050, then what is the shadow length? Okay. Now, if the length of the pole is 10 meter 50 centimeter is nothing but 1050 centimeter, then what is the shadow length? So here, children, if we'll take in this way, the ratio between the both should be same. So the ratio 560 by 320 is equals to 1050 by x. Now I want the x. So first to do the cross multiplication, we will get x into 560 is equal to 1050 into 320. Now x is equals to 1050 by 320. Here multiplication 560, if it will go that side, division 560. Now x is equals to, here 1050 into 320 by 560. Here 10, here 10 will get cancelled. Next, with the with 8 table we can cancel. 8 sevens are 56, 8 fours are 32. Next, with the 7 table, directly 7 ones are 7 ones are 7, 7 fives are and 0. Now 150 into 4, totally 600 centimeter, and we can write it as a 6 meters. So what is the shadow length here? The 6 meters shadow length. The one more question it is there. Here if they are giving the shadow length only 5 meters, then what will be the length of the pole? Okay, now we will see the second question. Actually, the second question is for your work, but I will teach you how to do. Here, if we'll see, the height of the pole we have to find. And what is the given information? If this is 560 centimeter, then the height is, the shadow is 320. That is equals to, now we are having the shadow is 500. Then let's take the pole height as x. Okay, now do the cross multiplication. X into 360 is equals to 560 into 500. Now the 360, if it will go that side, division 360. If we'll do from here, we will get the answer. Okay, just to do it as a homework. Next, children, inverse proportion. What is meant by inverse means it's just a reciprocal of the direct. Direct means one quantity is increasing, one more quantity also should get increased in a same ratio. Now, if one quantity is increasing, one more quantity will get decrease in a same ratio. Ratio should be same. It should not be like an uneven. Okay, then we will call it as a inverse proportion. Okay, now we will see the related sums, children. Which of the following are in inverse proportion? First one, the number of workers in a job. First sum, the number of workers on a job and time to complete the job. Here, it is inverse or direct, we have to say. First, the number of workers. For example, if the 5 members are there with me to complete the job, then if 5 members can complete that work in 10 days. If I will increase the number of workers to the 10 members, then how many days they will complete? If the number of workers will get increased, then automatically days will get decreased, no? Maybe they can complete by 5 days. So, if we will observe, one quantity is increasing, then one quantity is decreasing. So, this is in a inverse proportion. Okay, next, the time taken for a journey and distance traveled in a uniform speed. See here the distance. If it is a 50 kilometer distance, simply then 1 hour it will take. If it is 100 kilometers, then it will take 2 hours. No, means one is increasing, one more also getting increasing. Is it in a direct or inverse proportion? It is in a direct proportion. Okay, so it is in a direct proportion. The third one, the area of cultivated land and the crop harvested. This is also direct only. Why? Because see, this much area, if we are having the crop, then we will get some 50 bags of crop, rice or something. If I will use the double area of the thing, then I will get 100 bags. Okay, same way will you refer the remaining two, whether it is in inverse or direct? Please refer it. Next, a Rahman is making a wheel using spoke. He wants to fix equal spokes in such a way that angle between of the pair of consecutive spokes are equal. Help him by completing the following table. So he have to insert means he is preparing, is making a wheel using some spokes. Spokes means no, you'll be using the cycles and all, it will be having some spokes, isn't it? So same way he want to fix some spokes for that. Now how many he is he have to fix equal spokes in such a way that the angle between the spokes also should be equal. Okay, now first case they are only showing the figures. If he will use the 4 spokes, then it will form 4 angles. As we know already, sum of angles in a circle, it's nothing but complete angle is nothing but 360 degrees. So automatically the total angle will be 360 degrees. This 360 degrees will be divided for all the 4 angles. So 360 by 4 is equals to 90 degrees each angle. They only given that. In a second case, if he will use 6 spokes, then the angle between the 6 spokes will be 360 by 6. So 6 into 60, 60 degrees. This is the thing. Now if it is 8 spokes, then how it will be? We have to find. Same way children. If it is a 8 spokes means 360 by 8. How many times? 8 ones are 8 fours are 32 and 4085. So we will get 45 degrees. Next, if it is 10 spokes, then 360 by 10, 10 will get cancelled. We will get 36 degrees. Here the answers are 36. Next, if it is 12, so 360 by 12. 12 ones are 12 threes are, that is 30 degrees. So what we can observe here children, the number of spokes is increasing but the degree is getting decreased. So it is in an inverse proportion. What the remaining questions they are asking we will see. First one, are the number of spokes and angles formed between the pair of consecutive spokes is in inverse proportion? Yes, it is in inverse proportion. Wherever the number of spokes are getting increased, the degree also is getting decreased. So it is in inverse proportion. Next, calculate the angle between the pair of consecutive spokes on a wheel with 15 spokes. If it is a 15 spokes, how much it will be the angle? Same 360 by 15. Okay, if you will observe one difference children, whenever you are doing direct proportion, what you are doing, if 1 kg of sugar is 36, then 3 kg means 3 into 36. Here the same thing only inverse proportion you are doing division, isn't it? You just keep it in your mind. So here if it is there 15 spokes, then 360 by 15. So how many times? 15 ones are, 15 twos are 30, 60 means 15 fours are. So the angle is 24 degrees. Okay. Next, how many spokes would be needed if angle between the pair of consecutive spokes is 40? Okay. Now we will see. If the spokes, consecutive spokes already they only given that the angle is 40. Let's take the number of spokes as n. Then 360 by n is equals to 40. So n is equals to 360 by 40. N will go there, 40 will come here. Now n is equals to 360 by 40. Here 10, here 10. 4 ones are 4 how many times? 36, 9 times. So n is equals to 9 spokes. Okay, write the classwork very carefully with the step by step. I am explaining no, that and all you have to write step by step children. Don't think that here it is not there, no need to write in the classwork. Write in the classwork step by step. If you will not understand, listen one more time. Okay, next. A farmer has enough food to feed 20 animals in his cattle for 6 days. How long would be a food lost for 10 more animals in his cattle? Here, in the first case, there were 20 animals and the food will be there for 60 days. If the same food, 10 more cattle also added to the added to his garage, means he to his cattle, that is the total will be 10 more, means 20 plus 10 30. Then how many days the food will come? Okay, now children, whenever you are doing previous time, if you will write here what you are doing, the ratio way method means this ratio is equals to this ratio, but not now. We should not take like this. Animals ratio should be equals to the food ratio. In this way we have to take. Okay, parallel ratio. So 20 by 30 is equals to x by 6. So x is equals to, that is x into 30 is equals to 20 into 6. Now x is equals to, here this 30, if it will go that side, 20 into 6 by 30. Now we will get 20 into 6 by 30 means 6 ones are 6 fives are 30. 5 ones are 5 fours are. So x is equals to 4 we will get. Okay. Or else one more way children, if 20 animals, it will come for 6 days. Then what about the 30 animals? Let's take it as a x. Previous direct multiplication, we will do cross multiplication. 20 into x is equals to 30 into 6. But whenever if you will observe a inverse proportion, then you have to do parallel multiplication. That means 20 into 6 is equals to 30 into x. That's what here they've written. 20 into 6 is equals to 30 into x. Okay. Always keep it in a mind. Given information, write in a two rows. First, if it is a direct, cross multiplication. If it is a inverse, we have to do parallel multiplication. Parallel multiplication, this into this is equals to this into this. Okay. Next. A batch of bottles was packed in 25 boxes with 12 bottles in each box. If the same batch is packed using 20 bottles in each box, how many boxes would be filled? Here they given as a batch of bottles was packed in 25. A batch of bottles was packed in 25 boxes with 12 bottles each. Means with the 25 boxes, each box is having 12 bottles. Now, this is the total number of boxes. Each box, how many bottles it is there. If this same batch is packing using 20 bottles, if the number of bottles in a batch, means in one box, if it is increased to 20, then how many boxes we needed? Same way children, what as I told you already, it is an inverse proportion. Then you have to do parallel multiplication, because 12 bottles, whenever you pack it for one box, then you are using 25 boxes. If you increase it, the number of bottles in one box, automatically number of boxes will get reduced, no? So this will get reduced. If this is increasing, this will get reduced. It is in an inverse proportion. So what you have to do? Parallel multiplication, that is 25 into 12 is equals to, see, 25 into 12 is equals to, if it is x, then x into 20. Directly we can go for this step. So always try to use this method only. The given information write in a rows and do check whether it is a direct proportion or inverse proportion. If it is a direct proportion, cross multiplication. If it is an inverse proportion, then parallel multiplication. Okay. Now see, 12 into 25 is equals to 20 into x. So x is equals to, if this 20, if it will go, that's a division. So 12 into 25 by 20. With the 5 table, 5 ones are, 5 fives are, here 5 fours are, 4 ones are, 4 threes are. So 5 threes are 15 boxes is enough if we'll pack 20 bottles for each box. Next, This is your practice time, children. If you will not understand, this is one of the easy chapter and little bit interesting also. Practice time, please try to do for 1 week only and complete and send. And also many of you are not submitting the homeworks and project works. So this time very less homework, no? So 1 more week will be there. That time try to complete the old projects if it is there, anything incomplete, and send children. Okay. Thank you. And worksheets, whatever they are giving in the school, also try to complete and send it in a group. Thank you. Children, keep learning. Lakshmi Aravinda.